Welcome to the Buck Lightning Show. I'm Buck Lightning. Let's just get into this. So, a second ago, I was doing some yard work. I know. You're looking at me, you're like, you don't do a lot of yard work. But I do. Well, I don't do a lot, but I do it occasionally. Anyway, so I'm out doing some landscaping. You know, brown guy, landscaping, exactly. Some woman pulls up right alongside me, and I'm thinking, is my ass crack hanging out too much? You know, so I pulled it up. It was a legitimate concern. Like, I'm a big guy. Anyway, pulls up, and apparently this woman's a neighbor of mine. I don't know my fucking neighbors. Well, I know the guy across the street because he actually talks to me. The rest of the people, I don't know. I don't really care. Anyway, she pulls up, she stops, and I do want to say this woman wasn't explicitly rude, but she just had that fucking look. You know the look, like the busybody look, the person who needs to tell you something. And she says, I don't know if you know this, but because of the way your driveway is, every time it rains, it floods in my yard. And I was like, I know, bitch. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I've got eyes. I can see that, yeah, it floods quite a bit. Sorry, your property's lower than mine. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Anyway, so she's like, so I was going to try and get them to move the drain closer to my area so that it doesn't flood. To which I said, okay. And she was like, well, I'm just trying to let you know, so you're not surprised. Which is fair. However, I don't know who the fuck you are. You're just some strange lady that pulled up behind me as I was doing yard work and started telling me things. Like, and by the way, could barely hear her. She doesn't pull to a stop. She just lowers her window and just starts talking. And like weirdly, like she's like 5 feet behind me. She never pulls up next to me to talk. But you know, so I'm just like, all right, whatever. Like, go do whatever the fuck you want to do. And sorry, a little bug crawled on me. I'm outside. Anyway, it just trips me out. Like people don't. I don't even like. People just don't have like basic sense anymore. Like, I don't know who you are. We've never had a conversation. If you're going to stop and tell me something, I didn't even know this one was like. My immediate next door neighbors are Mexicans. Like, I guess this woman's like in that building. It's technically like, it's not an apartment, but it's like a series, like it's a kind of a duplex. It doesn't matter. Just fucking introduce yourself. Just be like, hey, you know, I live two down. I don't know if, you know, we've never talked before. Just so you know, like, and the whole thing about like the way your property's situated makes it flood is very like weirdly accusatory. What am I supposed to do about that? Like I was legitimately thinking this woman was gonna like ask me to like pay to have like some sort of cement canal put in or something, which she wasn't, thankfully, because I would have told her to fuck off. But you know, it's not. It's not that you can't just tell me something. It's that just fucking like be out with it. Like just be like, hey, you know, this is a problem that we have, you know, and I was gonna talk to the city. Okay, cool, that's fine. Whatever. Anyway, I just don't understand people. All right, I'm out.